Hey folks, Travis here. Today we are going to do a walk around on a 270BN Grand Design Reflection. We're going to hit a few of the components that you might be having trouble with out in the campground. So come along with me and explore. Our first stop is going to be at the leveling system, and I do get a few calls on this, whether it's the first time you're hooking it up, unhooking it at home, or maybe you're out in the campground. This is going to be our leveling pad that most of you folks already have. Front, rear, left, right. It's got the auto level on there and the retract. And there is some buttons over here where we can jump through and do just certain things with this, whether it's manual level, left, right, or forward or aft. So whenever you're unhooking or whenever you're at the campground, we always want to start with this higher than level. Whenever you're just unhooked from your truck and you've pulled it forward, that's when we want to hit that auto level. If this is level or down some, you will always get a code on there. So always start with that front end high, so that way it can do its proper procedure during the auto level, so that way the front and the back jacks work without throwing that dreaded stroke error. Next, we are at our AC controls, and this is something that depends how you use it to the humidity and the temperature outside. If it's a cool spring or a cool fall and we're just looking to dehumidify the air, run that AC. We're going to run that guy on whatever temperature you're comfortable with and run that on auto. So that way that fan turns on and turns off much like the one at your home does. Now, if we're out camping and it's hot like it has been, 100-degree days, humidity like we're in the tropics, I want you to set that fan switch on high. We want that fan continually running. That will help keep this unit cool. That will help keep that AC from freezing up and going into what's called a short cycle. So right here, yours may not look like this, but just remember, hot seasons, we are looking for fan on high all the time. Keep that air moving. Whenever it's in the spring or in the fall, like I said, if it's cool out, but you just want a little bit more coolness, you can run that on auto. So that way it kicks off and on, just like the one at home. And everybody's favorite, the fridges. Whether you have the gas electric or the new style that's been out for quite a few years, the 12-volt Furrion, Norcold, whatever you have, remember these are all running off the battery. So whether we're plugged in or if we're boondocking and we're not plugged in, we are looking for ample supply of 12-volt juice. That's coming from the batteries up front. So whether you have one battery or two batteries, or maybe you have that solar up there, just remember how we run this is going to be affected by how much juice we have available. If you've only got one battery on your camper, stop on in. We'll get you hooked up with two, and we'll extend that camping season while you're boondocking 4 days on end. And as you can see here up front, this is going to be our control panel. This is going to be the power going into the unit, whether it's the batteries or the converter. And a lot of you with that solar, you might see this box. It might be mounted up on the underside, a solar charge controller. So anytime that you're boondocking, you're going to see this. This is all automatic. You don't have to push buttons or reset anything. This is going to come on as soon as those panels see solar. This is what's going to charge the battery to keep the fridge going, the lights going while you're boondocking. Now, even though it's got a disconnect here when you're plugged in, you can still leave this on, and I do suggest that. That way, if you lose power in the campground or somebody unplugs it, trips over it, this is still going to have some power going into the batteries to keep that juice alive for all the 12-volt items inside the camper. Now, I will tell you, some of you Chevy guys out there, if you have the newer trucks, they do not like that 12-volt back feeding through that 7-way that you plug in on your bumper. So for you Chevy guys and Chevy guys only, make sure you're shutting that solar disconnect to the off position, so that way you don't get any trouble codes on the dash.